Hi, my name is Swapan Seth and you're watching Sethoscope. I was fortunate enough to start working in Hong Kong when I was 21 years old. I was single. It's a city that sizzles, it swings with its own style and panache, and it's always a pleasure getting back to Hong Kong. While in Hong Kong, I invariably live at the Mandarin Oriental in Central. It's a great hotel, exceptional service, brilliant restaurants and a great bar. And breakfast is invariably in the hotel itself. They have a very fine coffee shop at the bottom of the hotel, which serves a very splendid English breakfast. So with breakfast in my stomach, I then kind of disappear and start pottering around the city. The store that I invariably like to go to is actually a place called God, which is really Goods of Desire, which is on the street called Hollywood Road. Goods of Desire has some very, very eclectic merchandise which they sell. Interesting notebooks, interesting cups, mugs, coasters, mats that you can use in the house. So it's always a pleasure to spend a couple of hours in Goods of Desire, after which I stroll around Hollywood Road, which itself is a treasure trove of some brilliant antique shops. After which it's normally lunch, and lunch for me in Hong Kong is at this wonderful Chinese restaurant called the Cheung. Now the Cheung is a difficult restaurant to get a booking in, so I invariably make a booking a couple of days in advance. Fantastic Chinese food, very simple, very unpretentious and delightfully tasty. After lunch, once again, it's strolling around the place, and invariably go to Kowloon, where my tailor actually operates, William Cheung. A lot of people talk about Ascot Chang as far as shirts in Hong Kong is concerned, but I think he's tremendously overrated and rather pedantic if you ask me. William Cheung is far more cutting edge, far younger in terms of his entire repertoire, and a very, very cool guy. Plus, I think the embossing that he does as far as monograms is concerned is absolutely first rate. So it's always a pleasure to pop by William Cheung's store. After William Cheung's store, I try and get myself a nice pedicure. Once again, the finest pedicurist in Asia, in my estimation, is actually a gentleman called Samuel So. So Samuel So actually works in the barber shop of the Mandarin Oriental. So it's always convenient to just pop down, get a nice pedicure done, and generally prepare yourself for the evening. And before I actually set off for the evening, there's this mandatory massage, once again at the Mandarin Oriental, conducted by this girl called Vidya, who's Nepalese and absolutely fantastic. With that out of the way, I pop by into the Captain's Bar, once again at the Mandarin Oriental itself. They have some splendid music and a brilliant barman who actually concocts the most magnificent cocktails that one can ever lay one's lips to. Dinner for me is always a fine steak, and I think one of the finest steak places as far as Asia is concerned is actually Harlan's at the International Finance Center, which also has the Four Seasons. Harlan's makes a wonderful steak, and it's always a pleasure to go there and have a meal. That kind of sums up a day for me, typically in Hong Kong. Always a great city, like I said, full of swing.